Ladies and gentlemen, totally enjoy the show, guys. Now, I'm a very lovely person. I enjoy being nice. I enjoy being friendly. I enjoy liking people and meeting new people and seeing all these things. And but there are days where I need to be alone. There are days where I need to have time to myself. There are days that I need to be really focused on my own journey. Um, and you might be the same, all right? So please, guys, if you see someone and they're wanting to be left alone, don't misjudge what they're doing, right? Now, I had a really rough week last week. I feel much better now. I had a really rough week last week. And so I had really needed that time alone, even when I'm in a public place. I needed that time alone to regroup, rethink things through, and really focus on what I needed to do. Now, I hope you guys feel the same way. If you feel like you need that, you're going to have to ignore everyone, right? You're going to have to make sure that you are focused on yourself, everything that you need. Now, remember, guys, you don't owe anyone anything, right? I mean, of course, it's good to be nice, it's good to be friendly, but on days where you need time to yourself, or days you need to refocus, you don't need to be giving anybody anything, right? It's not like you owe anybody anything or whatever. Now, some people really are hard to talk to. And some people really don't have much of anything. And they see me up here performing and they think I have a lot, but I really haven't. I mean, I have enough. I'm not starving or anything. But I'm just getting by, guys. Now, you guys think just because of how I look that I'm like swimming in luxury, but I really have nothing. Like, my apartment is not that good. It's just that I make the studio look nice, but it's not a good apartment. It's not a very nice apartment. It's not bad. It's not the worst, but it's not like it's the best apartment. And it's really, you know, something that people do with celebrities. I think they think that celebrities have everything. They've got all this money. They've got, and I'm not a celebrity at all. I'm not even getting paid on YouTube or TikTok, but I should be. I think I'm really, really good. But so some people think that people that are celebrities have everything, or if you're good looking, you have everything. And yes, I have a lot. And some people will never get what I have because they might not look nearly as good, and maybe they're shy around good-looking people. But there are some people that are not good-looking that get anybody they want and date anybody they want. But for me, I mean, yes, I date a lot of people, and yes, some of them are very gorgeous. I've dated a really gorgeous celebrity. I've dated many other gorgeous people and other things. I've dated a lot, and I'm married to a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I've done a lot, right? But I don't consider myself having enough. I want so much more, and I want to date so many more people. I mean, I'll limit it if I have to. If I really like, if I date some people and really like them, then I'll just leave it at that. Maybe like if I meet one other person, really like them, guy or woman, I'll date them and not really worry about anybody else. I mean, I'm not really worried about the quantity really, but it's more like just like quality, right? You want to date the person you like. Anyway, guys, it's really not, you don't really know what a person actually goes through or what they're doing unless you're living in their shoes, right? Like, even like with someone like Kanye West, right? Like, I really consider myself way more gorgeous than Kanye West. There are people that would agree, there are people that would disagree, but I don't think Kanye West is attractive at all. I think he's not very good looking at all. But he's got $6.6 billion. Now, I'd rather be me living in my apartment that's decent, it's not horrible. I'd rather be me living in this apartment than be Kanye West with $6.6 billion, right? Now, it's not like he's not good, or it's not like he's, that bad. There's people that would kill to be him, and they love him, and so many people love him more than me because I'm not famous yet. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's really, something you can pinpoint he's doing wrong or necessarily. And I think a lot of what's being said in the media about him being over the top crazy and all this, I mean, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. No one really knows, right? But setting that aside, just his look alone and his money and all that, I'd rather be me, right? So, it really isn't, uh, money isn't everything, right? There are a lot of people that would rather be themselves. There are a lot of really poor people that are really, really good looking, doing super well with their looks and are very fit and exercise. You can make 30,000 a year, take care of your body and look amazing. And some people might be rich and get plastic surgery and ruin their look, right? They might not ruin it, but they might, right? So, being rich is not, sometimes being rich is a problem. Sometimes people might be like, well, you have a lot of money, you don't know what to do with, and you just spend on things and you're addicted to things that are not good for you. If you have an addicted personality, you might be addicted to things that aren't good for you. So being poor might be better than for you. But, setting that all aside, there are some, my dad was very, very poor, like a very poor guy, but he was like drop dead gorgeous, right? So, he should have been rich. He wasn't paid his worth at all. He should have been rich, but he wasn't. And so, people like him are very good quality, but they aren't paid what they're worth. Like, he did a lot of work and he should have been paid a lot, but he wasn't paid as well as he should have been. But, it's like I said, there are a lot of poor people that are really, really poor, that are very good looking, that look like celebrities even, that might have, they seem like they have a lot. And even still, like, setting that aside, with celebrities being rich and all, people might think they have everything, but sometimes people will look at someone that's good looking and think they have everything, and it's not necessarily true. I mean, but then I don't know what other people's lives are like. I think I've had a lot of great experiences, and I've led somewhat of more of a fantasy life. I mean, I don't believe it's totally fantasy, but there are some people that will be like, oh my God, you've done this and that. Like, I've never done that. I can't believe it. So, I mean, it's really subjective and more to do with your own personal idea of what glam or fantasy is. I'm a type of person that's like, if I don't have more, then something's not right. But some people might be like, well, you have had very much a lot of stuff, and you've done a lot of things that people would die for, right? So, it's really, sometimes you have to take things for granted. You take things for granted, and you really should feel gratitude. But I have a very big appetite for fantasy-like things and fun things, and not in a bad way. It's a healthy thing, but it's more like a quench to fulfill like fantasy-like things. Not over the top fantasy things, but just regular. Things that you want to have in your life that maybe other people don't really have, but you have a quench for it. You have a really, you want infinite amounts, and you aren't satisfied with the status quo. And there are a lot of people like that. A lot of people want more in life. They want to experience the best. They want to have riches beyond riches. And I think once I start getting more riches and getting paid actually on these platforms, then I'll maybe feel differently. Maybe I'll feel like I have a too much. And when you have too much, you feel like it's not as big of a deal. But when you have, I've dated lots. I still continue dating lots, but it's not like I'm having any real need to do more, but I really feel there's a need to do more, That's just my personality. But of course, like I said, we have to stop it. You can still try to get lots more and more and more and more, but you still have to try to appreciate what you got. Anyway, totally enjoy. Bye now. Bye everyone.